Equalism asks everyone, how can you expect the whole world to change if you yourself aren't willing to change? Equalism is the one philosophical base on which all non-predators can unite. But we all must change ourselves and find common ground. And we equalists recognize that everyone needs to change in only one major respect. Mostly, all you need to change is how you treat others. I'm CJ Mack, C period, J period, MACQ, and it's always spelled in lowercase. And what you see before you is a person completely devoid of prejudice. It is impossible for me to hold on to a fascist thought. I'm completely incapable of it. I'm incapable of it here, and I'm incapable of it here. It's just impossible for me to hate any specific person who doesn't wish me or others direct harm. I still have a few flaws in that area I'm working on, particularly in my knee-jerk reactions, but I always reevaluate and discover this flaw in myself and correct it. Always. If I can do it, you can do it. I possess no special powers. Don't misunderstand me. I'm human. I make mistakes all the time. But prejudice and predation are not among the mistakes that I make. Equalism is not a response to anything I've seen on YouTube or on the internet. It's not a direct response to anything that's been going on over the last few years. It is the conclusion of a lifetime, 45 years of research and experimentation. I'll go into more detail about my past and the gradual development of equalism at another time. This video series is not a commercial. I'm not selling anything. I don't want your money. I'm using the internet for what I always believed the internet was for: the dissemination of ideas and information, not a means to profit from the misery, confusion, and frustration of others. An equalist will never charge you to learn of equalism. We support the fact that all information belongs to every human. No one has the right or authority to charge you for information or justice. The Magna Carta guarantees justice without delay or charge. And this document was written over 600 years ago by a bunch of rich elitists. But somehow, our elite have determined it's now okay for capitalism to charge for justice. That means we have no justice in this country, just privilege purchased for a fee. Capitalism is economics based upon extortion. If you can afford to pay the extortion, you've purchased your privilege. Myself, I'm a liberal equalist, and I hold no animosity towards any non-predatory conservative. A conservative lifestyle is just as valid as my liberal lifestyle. Equalism protects conservatives from me and other liberals just as much as it protects me and other liberals from conservatives. It protects us both from predators on either side and allows us all to choose our own directions in life. It even allows us to make our own mistakes. Humans must be allowed to be wrong and to be different. Equalism rejects the fascism on both the right and the left. But equalism is not a centrist position or a moderate one. It represents non-predators from both sides. It doesn't divide humanity by lifestyle, race, religion, gender, or nationality. We equalists divide humanity into predators and non-predators. Predators are fascists, and non-predators are equalists. First, throw out the archaic concept of the political spectrum. The political spectrum has now been replaced by the polyangle. Do you see it? Isn't that a nice graphic? The polyangle. The polyangle represents social roles as well as fascist and non-fascist positions. You'll notice the conservative and liberal predators have been separated. This is a social role, not a fascist position. In reality, the liberal and conservative fascists are united under one goal: the permanent establishment of the police state. They're separated on the polyangle because they assume conflicting social roles to create the illusion that they're different from each other. They aren't. But the polyangle represents their social roles, not their common goals. We equalists, those who reject fascism from the left and the right, are represented as one, as we really are, without the divisive influence of our respective leadership. Equalists judge people based on one issue alone: a person's character. And we judge character based upon how anyone treats others. We don't really even care what you think of others. It's how you treat them that's important. The very definition of character is how you treat others, not how you yourself choose to live your own life. We use empathy and contract law, real contract law, as two of the foundations of equalism. Predanomics. Predanomics is the opposing view to equalism. It's what civilization brought to humanity, and it's what rules all of us, the entire world, right now. Predanomics employs no empathy and violates contract law. Right now, the entire world is run by and led by predators. In the United States, both the Republican and Democratic parties are run by predators. Both the women's movement and the men's movement are led by predators. Both the gay rights movement and the anti-gay movement are run by predators. Science and religion are both led by predators. The liberals and the conservatives are led by predators. A predator wants to force their opinions on the whole of society. They want to force everyone to believe as they do. Well, 5,000 years of human history has proven that this only leads to conflict and human misery. Trying to force people to be like you hurts others and you. Haven't you figured that out yet? Force leads to nothing but resistance and conflict. Hey, conservatives, I love you, and you can live your lives any way you want. Hey, gay people, I love you, and you can live your lives any way you want. Hey, black people, I love you, and you can live your lives any way you want, as long as you recognize my right to do the same. That's called empathy. and this position is protected through the true enforcement of contract law. I will get into contract law in more detail in a later video segment. But we equalists must unite. We non-predators must unite. And in order to unite, we must recognize our common enemy. Our predatory leadership are our common enemy. Predatory liberals are just as much a threat to me as any predatory conservative. But who exactly are these predatory people? Our leadership is the elite, the liberal and conservative elite. The fascists on both the right and the left are America's leaders. The elite are our common enemy, and the damn police state that they've all created to keep us divided and compliant. The liberal and the conservative fascists are united and are pitting us against one another until this global police state that they are both pursuing can be firmly established. Our goal is simple. By uniting all equalists, all non-predators, we'll remove all of these predators from power. But this can only be achieved when the non-predators stop listening to and following their respective predatory leadership. Our elitist leadership tell us we must dominate the opposition rather than to learn to peacefully coexist with the opposition. Domination is predation. Denounce your rulers. They don't represent your best interests. This is the first in a series of videos I'm doing explaining how humanity can achieve peace through the mutual protection of each other's rights. Equalism is the answer, my friends. But wait, before you hop aboard, I'm warning you. Equalism exposes and condemns all predators, all predatory thought. The chances are there's going to be some part of equalism that's going to challenge some of your core prejudices. And we equalists ask again, how do you expect the world to change if you're not willing to change yourself? You must recognize and reject your own brainwashed, predatory beliefs. So please look for the next installment entitled Equalism 102. I'll leave this introduction to equalism with this final thought. The only way to achieve peace is by possessing a deep, abiding respect for the rights of others. It's called empathy and contract law. Please share this video with as many non-predators as you possibly can. Thanks.